Hello and welcome everyone to Jekyll Geek's RPG Realm. And in this video, we are continuing on with the solo play, actual play RPG of Nimble RPG. Yeah, I know that sounds quite a mouthful, but that's what it is. But in the last episode, our intrepid heroes, Tobin, Rage, and Mordakka, found out the location of where the elven priestess Elwyn was held, and now they're going to find and hopefully save her. Now let them group up, and I can move the tab, and I will put them at the start of the dungeon. Oh no, and you see that there's already monsters here. I'll move them to proper squares. So Mordakka and Tobin Rage have to roll initiative. And here's Mordakka's initiative. And that is a 14. And Tobin Rage's initiative. And also 14. So both of them now have two actions on their first turn. And they get to take their first turn. So Mordakka is going to use her hunter's mark on one of the rats, and then she's going to shoot at it with her arrow, and that is her two actions. Okay, and with advantage, she gets 7 points of damage on this rat. And now Tobin Rage, he will throw a javelin at this rat over here and hit it for 4 points of damage. And that is their turn. So now the enemies get to go, and oh my, there are a lot of enemies, but Tobin Rage and Mordakka have dealt with giant rats before, and they were not as strong as they were then when they defeat them. These guys look like rats that stand on their hind legs like humans do. But they will move. And let's see. 1, 2, 3. And this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll move this rat up, these rats onto proper squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And despite what you've seen previously, enemies, unless they have special abilities, can only move once and attack once. That's part of the problem with solo RPGs. If you're kind of new to the system, you have no one else to correct you until you either get comments. Well, I haven't gotten comments, but well, I've just gotten a couple comments and they were positive and not rule verifications. But you have to look at stuff like this yourself. But now it is the rat's turn. And first, one of the rats will attack Tobin Rage, and he will defend. Actually, no. You'll defend this one. So Tobin Rage takes no damage this turn. And now Mordakka, let's see. I have to look up her abilities. Quarry. Okay, she has to kill her quarry first to get this to work. So Mordakka will shoot again at this rat again, and hopefully it will die. Ooh, that is 8 points of damage. I could roll a crit, but that would be unnecessary. So now Mordakka can use this. Let's see. Let me show you. Uh, Hail of Arrows. So 2 actions, hitting all the creatures in the area, which would be all these 3 rats and this rat man right here. And that would be her other 2 actions. But she misses. Oh no. Oh no, indeed. And now Tobin Rage goes. And he has 2 actions because he defended. And he attacks the giant rat right here that he wounded before. And does 6 points of damage to it. And then he's going to try a rushed attack just to clear out some of the enemies he had before the others fight him. And that does another 6 points of damage, killing the giant rat. And I'm just going to move these to the side, and that is their turn. And now the rats get to advance on Tobin Rage. And now the giant rats will hit. We'll try to chew it Tobin Rage for 1d4 plus 1 points of damage, unless they roll 1. That's 4. Ooh, that's 5. Let's see. That's 9. And it gets to roll again. And that's 11. So Tobin Rage gets critically chomped for 11 points of damage, plus the other 4. So now the 2 rat men are going to go, and Tobin Rage is going to try to defend it against this first one. Ooh, that's a 9. 9 points of damage. That's another 9. Well, no, that's another 6. So that's 15 points of damage. That's 16 points of damage. However, Tobin defends for 10. So he takes 10 points of damage, and now the other rat and it's to go. And Tobin Rage, he has an ability called I can do this all day. So while he would he can take one die, and let's see this ability. I can do this all day. So he rolls 1d10, and that's how many HP he has. 2. Okay, Tobin, Mordakka and Tobin Rage are sort of okay for now. So now Mordakka tries to hit this guy for 1d 4.2 points of damage with her dagger. And that does 4. And let's see. I think there was some Thrill the Hunt. When you hit in melee or crit in creature coordinate range. So Mordakka, she's going to try to do an arrow at these 3 creatures, with Tobin Rage ducking out of the way. And does 4 points of damage to all of them. Okay, and now Tobin Rage tries to act, trying to slay this creature before he can act. Again. Does 5 points of damage to it. And now he's going to try to, on this one, use this coordinated attack to attack twice, hitting both with him and Mordakka hitting. And that's 5. And for Mordakka's, that kills that one. And now the rat creatures get to go. Oh no. The rat misses. And now Tobin Rage will try to defend. He defends against this one. But he takes 6 points of damage. So he is dying. And Tobin Rage has 1 wound. And now Mordakka will try to shoot this rat, because it is her turn. Actually, no, she's going to try to quarry this one. So quarry and try to shoot at it. Okay, so that's 8 points of damage. That's 11 points of damage. Okay. Just going to try that once more. And manages to kill off this 1 rat creature. And now Tobin Rage tries to attack this one rat creature, but first he has to make a save to not get another wound. And he saves. And he attacks the creature, killing it off. But now the rat gets to go and tries to attack Tobin Rage, who defends. Okay. This is good. Tobin Rage might live. Um, First, Mordakka quarries him and tries to stab him with this dagger. That is a crit. That is 6 points of damage. And that is 10. And that is 11 points of damage. And now Mordakka will try to stab the rat again. And and we are lucky enough for the rat creatures to fortunately die before Tobin Rage dies himself. And he's going to spend his last hit die to try to return some HP. And he has a total of 6. No, 6. And he is no longer dying. And now, Tobin Rage and Mordakka look and see there's a hold going down, but they're rather frightened of going down there. And so Tobin Rage, they see a big, heavy stone door. Okay, that's be a good player. Okay, so they're going to try to. Tobin Rage and Mordakka are going to try to lift the gate with Tobin's might. Tobin's might, which is 2. So, with Mordakka helping him, that means that is a 10. So I'm going to roll. That's just enough to barely open the gate, lift open the door. And let's see what's beyond. They see a shrine. Looks like it'd be a shrine to a goodly god. And they see an archway that's leading to looks like to be a wall. I'm going to have Mordakka look at the wall. She has oh, I was rolling D10. Don't roll D10 for skill checks. Okay. Just gonna look at the wall. She notices that there's something behind it, but she does not know how to open the wall yet. It's, in fact, I'm gonna say see some cracks, but yeah, there's no way to open the wall yet. Open the secret door. Maybe it's one of these doors. And Tobin Rage sees a lock on it, actually a puzzle lock, which would require him to, I'm going to say it as an examination. Tobin has no idea how this opens. So let's try give Mordakka, but she's not that good at it. Laura's more of a Tobin Rage sort of thing. Ah, and she figures out how to open it. And and let's see. I see some more rats, including a shaman. And now they have to roll for initiative again with first Mordakka's. And now Tobin's. Okay, so they both get two actions. And first, I'll have Mordakka. Let's see. She's going to try to quarry this rat here. And then she's going to try to shoot it. Fortunately, she does it for 4 points of damage, but that is her turn. And Mordakka, Tobin Rage, decides to try to hit this rat for 5 points of damage. Oops. And now it is the rat's turn to go. And Tobin Rage decides to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And Tobin Rage decides to defend. 1, 2, 3. So I can use this hallway as a choke point. So he decides to defend against the rat. Okay, and that is 6. 6 is less than his damage, but he sees the shaman comes up, and the shaman uses his evil rat magic to hit him for 5 points of damage. Okay. And let's see. Now I'm gonna roll that Mordakka needs to move 1 to properly hit her target. Ooh, and that is at least 8, so that rat is dead. And she will try to uh, get uh, quarry on the shaman. And now Tobin Rage will try to attack for 5 points of damage. And he's going to try a rushed attack. And he will kill that rat. And that it is his turn. And now the ratmen come. And one of them swings a sword at Tobin, who will try to defend. But sadly, 8 is greater than 6. Yes, I did pass second grade math. So he is down, and Tobin takes another wound. But now it is her turn, and Mordakka, since she killed her quarry, she can do her rain of arrows on all 3 of these rats. And she will try doing so. And hit them for 4 points of damage. And then hit the rat shaman. Let's see, -4. And that is 8 plus 10. So, okay. So now Tobin is going to try to make his final stand using his last coordinated attack on the ratman. And Mordakka hit critted, so she gets another charge of her hunter abilities. But Tobin Raider is going to try to coordinate it to attack. But first, he needs to make a save, which he saves. A for Tobin Rage. And guys, take 4 points of damage. They've already taken 4 points of damage. But now Tobin and Mordakka hit once more. That is Tobin's and Mordakka. So a total of -11 to this one rat man. And now Tobin will try to attack once more. He misses. And he uses his last action to do a rushed attack. And does 7 points of damage, killing this 7 since it is rushed. It takes the lesser of his neighbors and kills this one rat man. And now the other one advances, and Tobin tries to defend. And he defends. But now the shaman casts evil magics on both Tobin and Mordakka. Tobin can only defend once per turn, so he has to take it. And by taking it, he has to take 2 points of 2 wounds. And the shaman does 4 points of damage against Mordakka. Seeing as this rat is covering her, she has to switch her hunter's quarry to this and tries to hit the rat for 8 points of damage plus. Okay, so a 13. No, no, not 13. 11. 11. 8 plus 11 is 8 plus 3 is 11, not 13. And that is her turn. And now Tobin Rage has to make another action to try to attack. And he succeeds to not take a wound. And he kills this one rat man and spends his last action to move away. But now it is the shaman's turn. And the shaman has a multi-attack ability, but Tobin will try to defend. Okay, and Tobin defends. But now it is Mordakka's turn, and she shall apply her query to the rat. And does 8 plus 4 points of damage. So 12, just enough to take out the rat creature. Oh, and they look and see that Elwyn is safe and sound. And after defeating those rats, they take her back to town. And fortunately, they level up after doing so as they've accomplished something. However, this is not the entirety of the dungeon, and they may decide to come back to it in a later version of the adventure. And as you can see, Tobin Rage was, if that rat had attacked him, Tobin Rage would have died. So he was very lucky in defeating where he almost died, despite only facing 2 encounters that were about his level. And I hope everyone had a good time watching this version of not this version, this episode of the solo play, actual play Nimble RPG. And I hope you had a good day, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Have a good day again.